privilege, I'm a little hoarse, forgive me. It was a privilege to share the ring with such an incredible athlete, such an amazing person. Peter Quillin I've known for a very long time. And it sucks when you have someone that, you know everything about him, you know what he's fighting for, and you've known him for so long and have to share the ring with him. I knew going into the fight that, I had to block everything out, all our personal relationship, whatever it was, I had to block all that out and just focus on the fight. I knew he was going to be strong, I knew he was going to be relentless, and I was just fortunate enough to get the stoppage because he was hurt and I bombarded him. It was for however long it lasted, man, I knew that it was going to be dangerous, and he's a strong, talented guy, and if he wants to rematch, and if that's something that the fans would want as well, then we can definitely do it. I would definitely give this man another opportunity to do it again.
When we spoke earlier in this week, you said you visualized this outcome. Did you visualize the first round knockout?
I didn't visualize the knockout. I just visualized me having my hand raised a victory. Boxing is mostly mental, and I was at a point where, meditating was something big something big that I was doing, and visualizing this victory was something that we've done in camp. So mentally, before even stepping in the ring, I knew that I was ready. Physically, we were strong. Physically, we were ready. But ultimately, I feel like the fight was already won outside of the ring.
Yeah, back in the corner.
Peter, I did have one other question for you. I know you said you appreciated the fact the referee was doing his job, but do you feel that you could have came back at that point when they did stop it?
I'm a fighter, so automatically I'm gonna say yes. But like I said, that's me talking like a fighter and not talking like an official doing my job. So, like I said, the things that happened was meant to happen.
Again, congrats again on a great performance.
Thank you.
Do you think this was a star-making performance for you? How far do you think you can go in this sport?
Well, Peter Quillin is one of the best middleweights in the world. For me to have an upset like this, because it was an upset. Fans had it, him going in as a favorite, him going in as probably knock me out or maybe get the victory. So I don't know if this made me a superstar. I just want to be able to get inside the ring and do what I do best, have fun, and come out unscathed and in perfect tact.
Guys, if there aren't any more questions for Peter, I'm going to let Peter go and be with his family and get some rest. And I don't think you could handle a night like he just had with any more grace than he just showed. So another round of applause.
So just tell y'all that's the hardest part of fighting Daniel, that I'm a big fan of his son.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Oh, man. It's bittersweet, man. Bittersweet.
He doesn't know if he's a superstar, but I'm going to tell you, he's a superstar.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I know you're looking to bring more and more awareness to cancer, and obviously your star will shine brighter after this fight. How important is it to you that this helps you bring more awareness?
It means everything. Like I said, I've always idolized Sugar Ray Leonard, and I've always idolized Muhammad Ali because of what they stood for outside of the ring. So to know that I have something that people can relate to, and something that's devastating as cancer, to be able to overcome that and be kind of a spokesperson for it, to be able to give people hope, to inspire, and things of that nature. The platform, I'm looking forward to taking advantage of that, because a lot of people have better stories than I have, or gone through worse situations than I have, but they don't really have that platform to kind of bring awareness to it. So I'm going to do my best to take advantage of it.
What's up, Danny? Andy Emilio, ES News, right over here.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man? First and foremost, congratulations on the win. But if you could put on your commentator's hat for a second, you're very good at looking at things objectively.
Yeah.
How would you, basically, what's your take on the stoppage?
He was on shaky legs, so to me it's kind of a coin toss. You could have let him go, you could have let it you could have stopped it. But if I was Peter Quillin, I probably would have took a knee. You know, just maybe lose that round and have another round to go and finish the fight. But it's not my call. I didn't even see the fight. I don't even really remember the fight, so I would have to go back in order to make an assessment on that. But the referee is in there to do his job. We have a job to do, the referee have a job to do, and that's just that, man. This is a sport where health is first, right? And you have guys and officials and doctors to make sure that guys are not taking too much punishment, because obviously we know with the Peter Quillin situation, it's a very unfortunate situation. We don't want to make these things happen again, because this is a deadly sport.
Danny, Peter actually said exactly the same thing.
Right, right.
And he applauded Harvey Dock for stopping the fight.
See, he's a gentleman. See, this is a bittersweet moment for me right now, because I'm happy that I got the victory. Yeah, I'm happy that things are looking bright for the future. But for a guy like that who I've known for a very long time, and to know his son and he's fighting for just so much, and coming from something to nothing, like I can identify with that. So it's a bittersweet moment. But I pray that he's okay.
Danny, directly on your left, right over here.
Thanks, man.
Can you tell me, the other day at the press conference, you said you would be very respectful of his power and very cautious. But was it just something instinctual in that moment that when you heard him that caused you to go wild like that? Or did you intend to put that kind of pressure on early?
Well, see, we have a thing, and I say we, my team, Andre was there, and Anthony Irons, and the rest of my team, Jacobs. We have techniques in the gym where we work on what's called rumble. So it's like when we have guys hurt, we know exactly what punches to put together, how to bombard a guy, how to corral a guy, and eventually get the stoppage. So that was just a part of what we do naturally.
Danny, how you doing? Nestor with BoxingVoice.com. Obviously, there's always been talk of Gennady Golovkin, how he's the biggest and baddest in the 160-pound division. But today you've done something that he has yet to do. You stopped the #2 middleweight in your division. He hasn't fought a #2, not even a top 5 yet. Does this make you the best middleweight in the division?
No, I don't think so. I think, I still have a lot to prove. I'm a new champion. I'm the new kid on the block. So, with the Miguel Cottos or the Canelos and everybody who already kind of solidified their spot as a top champion, I just have a lot to prove. Like I said, it's not really my job to see where I fit inside of the middleweight division. It's just my job to get in there and fight and win. And where they place me, it's all good. Because as long as I'm winning, to me, that's what's most important.
Danny, a lot of times when a fighter hurts an opponent, they're weary of, jumping on the throat for, fear of punching yourself out, kind of like Mike Jones against Soto Carras a few years ago.
Right.
But, you seized the moment and really showed an incredible killer instinct. I know when you're in there, like, you're not really thinking a lot, but had you really always planned to jump on it? And did you ever think about punching yourself out? Or?
I didn't think about punching myself out because I knew from his eyes that he was really hurt. And if it would have been different, I probably would have paced myself a little bit more, because as we've seen with the Sergio Mora fight, I went in carelessly and, I got clipped. Right? Don't laugh about that. So, knowing that we were in there with a power puncher, we was already cautious of his best asset, which was just that. And I knew if I had an opportunity to get him hurt, that we was going to do it differently this time. I mean, I don't know if it was a lot different, but I knew he was really hurt. So if I knew that, I put my punches together right. And then I think I don't know if I got headbutted or I got hit somewhere in the middle of the exchange. So in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, you might have to pace yourself if he's able to regroup and get himself together. But he wasn't.
So you're saying that right when you went into the corner, the first time when you buckled, that you knew that he was done?
Well, I can't really remember everything hand for hand, but I just remember seeing his eyes and seeing his legs and just not stop punching. So.
And what is that adrenaline rush like?
Man, it all happens so fast. I mean, I can't really put it into perspective. I'm still kind of like on cloud 9, but I'll go back and I'll watch the tape and hopefully I can relive those moments again.
Danny, This is Art
What's up, Art?
from Sirius XM. What's going on? First, I want to congratulate
Thank you, brother. I
Excellent
appreciate it.
performance. You definitely showed it. Definitely one of the best middleweights in the world, for sure. But I want to know, what do you want for Christmas?
I got it right here, my brother, my little boy. And his birthday was just the other day, so we're gonna celebrate tomorrow. I'm gonna take him to a trampoline place. We're gonna go to the Brooklyn Nets game and probably go to Disneyland, maybe for Christmas. So that's all. I got everything I need right here, boss. Yeah.
Really, two quick questions. You talked, when this fight was made, you talked that you started camp earlier, so this has been a long camp for you. So what, if anything, did that do as far as an advantage? And then the second question is, and again, this was this fight ended really quickly.
Well, let me answer the first question first, not to cut you off. But yeah, we did start camp early, this training camp. We had a 10-week camp. And I want to give credit to my man Scooter over here. Yeah, because he's made sure that I was in the best shape possible. And we wanted to have a pre-camp to be ready for camp. Because I remember Joe Calzaghe was saying that he never sparred until he was in shape to really compete in sparring matches. So, that idea for me made sense. And I wanted to be strong and ready for camp, and had a nice long 7-week camp up to that. And, everything was well.
What's better than watching sports with your friends? Watching sports with your friends for free. Now there's a way. Catch free live sporting events, movies, and TV shows all on demand in high definition. Tiger Stream. Stream like a tiger.